What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy KD. And today, honest to God, we're just going to talk about a lot of issues that I have within the college and Madden community. This right here are some of the brand new cards that came out in the past week. Today we got Taylor Green and Bowden Grown, tight end, quarterback, Arkansas, Kansas. We know Arkansas, SEC. We know Kansas, Big 12. Mainstays in college. Everyone knows Rock Chalk Jayhawk and Woo Pig, Arkansas. Rush LTD, Ultimate LTD, Joe Montana, Notre Dame. That's fine. Mark Bell, left tackle, Miami. We know him from the Natty all season long. CJ Carr, Derek Moore, Notre Dame, Michigan. Dem Villari, Syracuse, and George Sell, Wake Forest. All fine and dandy, right? We know those teams. We know some of those players. The one thing that I have, and it's an issue that I have had since CFB 25, is the fact that people want to sit there and say, we need big names to be able to continue coming back to this game. What I say to that is we have 135 schools. In CFB 26, we have 134. North Dakota State just became FBS 1. They will be in CFB 27. We have 135 different colleges. You're not going to sit there and tell me that we're going to need RG3, Joe Montana, Dak Prescott, Christian McCaffrey, and all these other players in the NFL right now in this game. We don't. We genuinely don't. Let's look at it. If I can find one here. Look, Taylor Green right now, that's his 91 overall, and that's selling for a little bit because of this one right here. But the big thing that I have, homegrown heroes. That right there. That's crazy, right? Think that's Central Michigan, Iowa, Notre Dame, Missouri, Miami of Ohio, Iowa State, Mizzou, Western Michigan, Kansas State, Illinois, Nebraska, Wisconsin, Ohio State Bobcats, Cincinnati, Purdue, Northwestern, USC, San Diego State, Oregon. That's fine. The fact of the matter, though, is that when we go to theme teams, App State, Air Force, Akron, Alabama, Arizona State, Army, Baylor, Bowling Green, Sam Houston State University. We have all of these colleges with all of these players. Now, yes, throughout the year, you're going to sit there and have more and more of the high-end schools have players. And they're going to sit there and get the boost. They're going to get the 97 overalls. They're going to get the 98 overalls. But my thing is when people want to sit there and say that we need all these big names, that's what alumni is for. CFB has Ultimate Alumni, or just alumni in general. And then you get Madden. Madden has Legends. And that's where you get some of the old heads. The thing about CFB, keep all of those big names and Ultimate Alumni. Have that name be prominent to where when you pull them, it's good. But when you give game changers, record breakers, that's different, right? Because that you're going to have big names in there because that's just record breakers. Homegrown heroes, you could easily what they're doing. They're doing East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, all this. They're doing all these schools that are in that category and everything. Give us players we don't know. Because at the end of the day, this is college. And did all those big names play college? Yes. Ultimate Alumni. That's what they're for. But it irks me when people are just like, oh, it isn't casual to play on Cut because of the competitiveness, and there's too many small names in here. And it's just like, of course they're small names. The only reason Jeremiah Smith, Ryan Williams, Julian Sand, Taylor Green, and all these other players are big names right now is because, one, Taylor Green was a freak show in the NFL Combine the past couple of weeks. You get Julian Sand, who was actually really good this season at Ohio State. Jeremiah Smith, he's been dominant since he stepped on the field last season. Ryan Williams, he was dominant last year, had an off year this year, but he's still a good player. But, and the big thing is, especially with the transfer portal, is we get a player like Cassius Howell out of A&M. He was at Bowling Green. What's a name that we all loved as a card last year in CFB 25? Harold Perkins. No, not Harold Perkins. Harold Fannin. Tight end out of Bowling Green. And now he was drafted by the Cleveland Browns. Small name, small school, got a great card. Everyone loved that card. And then he got drafted to the Browns and actually had a decent rookie season. And everyone fell in love. My thing will always be, don't be upset that we're getting these names. Don't be upset that you're not seeing a name that you want in the game. Because at the end of the day, the cards that we get, the players that we get, should be players that are doing good. Taylon Green, the reason he got a card for spring break, he just had a phenomenal combine. And his draft stock has risen. Then you get Miller Moss, Louisville. He didn't really do that well at USC. Had a better season this year at Louisville. He gets a 95 champ card. Not even a champ card, just base card. DJ Pickett, one of the better corners this year, and he got 2 different cards. These players deserve the recognition. Iowa, UNLV, Wake Forest, Cal. These players should be benefiting from their play on the field in the game. That's why when we get season cards like CJ Carr, or we got the 6'5" corner out of Michigan, or we got Simeon Harris, who was not Fresno. Actually, no. Actually, it might have been Fresno State. I could be completely wrong. I'm going to probably get killed in the comments for that. But you see all these players. Bo Jackson, they just got the rights back, so we're probably going to see him in Madden soon. Everyone lost their mind. He's the best running back in the game. My issue will always be, don't sit there and get upset that we don't have big names. That's what alumni is for. That's what legends are for. Because at the end of the day, we need college players in college and Madden players in Madden. That's why it gets funny, because like last year, I'm already blanking on the name. Hines Ward. He was a wide receiver in the NFL. He ended up getting a quarterback card in CFB because he played a season at Georgia as a quarterback. Was he the best quarterback in the game? No. Was he good? Yeah. That's what I love. We get out-of-position players all the time in Madden Ultimate Team and everything like that, because compared to Madden, that's 32 teams with 52 players for the most part that you see regularly on the regular basis. CFB, you have 135 schools. You have 22 starters, but also backup players that come in every now and then. People get injured. So you're seeing upwards of 25 to 3,000 players in a given season. So CFB, you don't have to do out of position. You don't have to change it up. If you want to do out of position, yeah. You find a player like Ryan Tannehill, who played wide receiver at A&M his first couple of seasons before transitioning over to quarterback. Make that a card, because then people are going to be like, oh, Hines Ward did it. They did it with him, and it was a great card last year. It'll always be those things where you look at it and you're just like, oh, wow. Because you never know what will happen. You never know what card you're going to get. You never know what player is going to get the spotlight at that moment. When I brought up like Sam Houston State, they've only been Division I FBS. This is their second year. Last year, they made it to a bowl game. They almost won the Conference USA. This year, they had an off year, but that's because they lost their head coach. Still got cards in the game. And that's what I love about it. It's genuinely what I love about college football. Players you don't know, teams you don't know. The one thing is, if you're jumping on there just to play the game, play the game. Don't bitch and moan. Just don't. Because you're not in it for what a lot of people are in it on. And then I hear the whole thing of being like, oh, there needs to be better odds. Like, this needs to be for the casual player. The last time Ultimate Team was for the casual player, Madden 13, Madden 25, Madden 15, 16, everything like that. Because when Madden Ultimate Team first originally came out, I believe in Madden 13, you could buy any card you want. You could buy any pack you want because it was all store coin bought. If I still had it, I have my PS3. I could probably boot it up and go into my Ultimate Team. I have the 99 overall 4-star Russell Wilson on my lineup. And he was the best quarterback in the game. Then after microtransactions came out, the Madden Championship Series came out, they made it so it was like, okay, we have to benefit off this. And I get it. I really do. And it's kind of like you're gambling. I literally jumped into Madden yesterday. First time playing Madden in 2 years. Jumped into Ultimate Team. Didn't spend anything. I'm up to a 92 overall team because I pulled a couple of good cards. I beat the odds. And I plan on playing ranked to try and get at least a champ card for this season, season 7. But my thing will always be, I enjoy these games. I love these games. But I hate that creators bring it down because of market value, name value, and odd value. Because if you're going to complain about who they're putting into the game, what positions they're introducing into certain offers, and then how they do boosters and this and that, don't play it. Can I get upset about it? Yeah, I get upset about it because I'm just like, oh, I wish, because I want this card. But you're gambling. That's all you're doing. They have opportunity packs. And when you do the opportunity packs, you just sit there and you're just like, okay, that's fair. I didn't get anything out of it because it was a 50-50. It was a coin flip. If you missed the coin flip, your hand wasn't there. That is what it is. When you get to a point of the game where you have one of the best teams in the game because you have 97 overall players or 98 overall players on your lineup in every position, you're going to get frustrated when you don't get a limited. You're going to get frustrated when you don't pull a certain card because you already have all these cards. So now it's just training. It's just coin value for you. I heard someone talking about playing casually. You're never going to play casual on this game ever again because of the fact that people play it so competitively. That's why head-to-head seasons, ranked, events, solos, they're crazy. They're cracked. I love Ultimate Team on both CFB and Madden. Now, the funny part about it is that last year, CFB 25, Ultimate Team was great. I wish there was more coin opportunity packs because you had to buy a majority of packs in that game more often than not. This year around, there's a lot of coin options. You sit there and go and just grind the game, play the game. You can buy packs and it works. Same thing on Madden. The funnier part about Madden though, you literally just play and get coins and you can just buy whatever you want. Because of the fact that if you're buying packs with money, you're just trying to get a limited. You're trying to get a champ. When in all reality, I went on the market last night. A 97 goes for $300K. Same in CFB. You can get training out of it and just roll and see what you get. Don't get upset because of name value in college football. If you're going to get upset about name value, do that in Madden. When you think a player should get a card because of how well they did that week, or even in the offseason when you think, oh, this player's going to get a card because of this, this, and this, and then they don't, you could be a little upset about that. CFB, though, they got 135 teams they got to run through. They have over 2,000 plus players that they have to sit there and analyze. If EA had a whole division separated to where they're watching game tape or they're watching games week in and week out from Tuesday all the way to Sunday, then it would get gnarly. Because at that point, oh my God. So at the end of the day, don't be upset about it. I may be in the 1% of this, but I want to see a player from North Dakota State get a card, Sam Houston State get a card, or even Maryland get a card. App State, oh, dude, you want to give me a alumni App State player who either beat A&M or Michigan? I'd take it all day of the week because that's what matters. That's what matters. A little bit of a longer video. But that's what I wanted to say. I wanted to show off the cards. I wanted to talk a little bit of nonsense because I'm tired of hearing the same things from all these creators. Because at the end of the day, there's not many creators that are out there that are talking about, hey, let's just play the game. All they're doing is trying to get you to sell cards, bust the market, make the market look crazy, spend money where you don't need to spend. They're just like, oh, don't spend your money here, spend it here. Or don't do this, do that. Play the game. See how you like it. See how you enjoy it. I got to start posting more videos because I know my voice isn't going to get heard right now, but I'm going to try and post more videos. I'm going to post gameplay because I don't really have that good of a team on Madden, but I randomly pulled a 98 overall B&D right tackle who's going for 1.5 million on the auction block if it wasn't B&D. I randomly pulled that out of a pack that I opened just starting the game up. I was happy about it. But I'm just saying, don't sit here and let people put you down or anything because you see a player that you like and they're just like, oh, I don't like that player. Why would you give that player? Why not do this? It's not about the 14 teams that made the playoff. It's about the Mountain West and the Sun Belt. It's about Hawaii. It's about Fresno State, San Diego State. It's about Sam Houston State and James Madison and Tulane. Like, I got my boy Logan. He's looking at maybe being at a different program come spring. And I can't wait to see that because at that point, he may get a card in the game if he does well on the field. I'd scoop that bitch up in an immediate heartbeat in CFB 27. But it's going to be one of those things that you got to wait and see. I look at it, North Texas had an amazing season. Drew Mestamaker now at OK State along with his head coach. But I still think North Texas would be good. And then you get and then you get John Summerall in Florida. I think they're going to be great. And I think DJ Lagway is going to boost his draft stock and become a better player being at Baylor. That's what CFB needs to be about. It's going to be competitive, but I want to see players that we don't normally get to see. I want to see players that you don't hear of. I want to see someone have a highlight like no tomorrow, and then he gets put into the name of the game promo just because he balled out. That's just my opinion. That's just the way I think. I love CFB. I love the fact that we get players that we don't know. I love that we get one-star prospects that jump on the field, immediately make an amazing play, and they get a card, and it's just like, all right, bet. That's me. That's just me. But I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to post this video. It's going to go live here in a minute, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace.